well, playing to center, can't control, and now it's back into the Danbury zone. In the near corner, it is Portillo against the boards. Lambden trying to get it to the point, intercepted by Anderson through neutral ice. 2-on-2 for the Hat-Tricks. He has Tom Mealy to his right. Now we'll have a fight. It's Kasich against Johnson in the near side, both throwing rights.
I think that's Soyless.
Soyless, excuse me. And both throwing rights and now tumbling to the ground in a bear hug. 11:41 left in the first, no score. And two players chucking rights at each other. And walking towards the penalty, or skating towards the penalty box now. Be 5 minutes each.
Soyless, of course, played briefly, very briefly, a couple seasons ago with Danbury. Got in a couple games with them. He made the Port Huron opening night roster, and he gets into a fight against his old team here, backed against his old teammate, Kasich, who drops the gloves. And speaking of dropping the gloves, Cole Beaton, who got into a fight in the third period last night, is a healthy scratch tonight. And Kason Farsad has taken his spot in the lineup.
Farsad on the ice now for his first shift. Keon serving also as the equipment manager for the Hat-Tricks, a member of the Iran national hockey team as well. Getting his first shift of the season. It's 5 minutes each for fighting. So we'll continue at 5-on-5. The Hat-Tricks in the offensive zone for a draw here. It'll be to the right of Harney.
Well, Farsad, first shift of the season, and you get out there with Ruiz and Benell.
Not a bad crew to be out there with.
That's exactly the way to take your first shift.
Ruiz wins the draw, looking for Benell at the inner part of the circle. It's cleared to center by Jay. Back into the zone. Now outlet up the left wing. Levac stopped by Kilcheski. Ruiz trying to scoop away at it. Can't control, but Kilcheski finds it to Daniluk up the far boards, and Benell couldn't get it deep. So 11:20 left, right back into the hat-trick zone. And Daniluk in the far corner plays it ahead for Benell, out of his reach, all the way down, no icing. Getting back into his zone is Johnson to play it ahead. Alston turning forward. Here's Levac, far side circle, flutters one in, and it was gloved by CDOT. A penalty is being called. Looks like it's going to be Danbury heading to the box here. Just under 11 minutes to play in the first, still scoreless. Might be a Port Huron power play coming up here. Harrison Cass headed towards the box.
Yeah, it looks like Cass is going to head to the box. Not sure what the penalty call is going to be. Let's see what the official signals here. You know, the Hat-Tricks, the number one key to this game, Coach McIsaac said, was to be disciplined. He thought that the Hat-Tricks were far and away the better team 5-on-5 last night against Port Huron, but where they got themselves in trouble was when they gave up a spate of power plays against, as Port Huron went 3 for 6 on the power play. Port Huron had 3, count them 3, 5-on-3 power play opportunities in yesterday's game, and they also had a 5-minute major power play because of the beaten penalty in the third period. So Coach says that Hat-Trick's absolutely number one key today is to be more disciplined.
That was tough for the Hat-Tricks last night to play shorthanded so often, especially, like you say, down 2 men so often. Already hard enough playing shorthanded.
It's not a good recipe for trying to win a game when you're 2 men short 3 times in a game.
Somehow they still scored 7 times. Here's the Port Huron power play. Shot from the point, blocked by CDOT, out of play. 6 seconds into the penalty to Cass. 10:53 to go in the first. No score. Hat-Trick somehow, out of all of that, were only outscored 2-1 on the 5-on-3 that happened during the major.
Correct, because of Johnny Ruiz's clutch shorthanded goal.
I think that might have been the biggest goal of the night for the Hat-Tricks as they clear down the ice after the face-off. 20 seconds into the power play for Port Huron. And Federle will start the breakout. 10.5 to go in a scoreless first period. Through neutral ice, stopped by the Hat-Tricks and played all the way down the ice. 1:20 to go on the man advantage. It is just about halfway through the first period. Into the Hat-Trick zone, icing waved off. Daniluk in the near corner, scoops ahead all the way up the right wing and out towards the Port Huron end. Halfway through the power play and exactly halfway through the first period. Behind the Port Huron net, far corner, Bunnell at work on the forecheck. I'll be unable to turn that puck back for the Hat-Tricks. It's Federley starting the breakout. Right to left across center ice through to Portillo on the right wing. Leaves it for Crawford in the far corner. Daniluk finds it for the Hat-Tricks. Hammers off the boards behind the net to the near side. Bunnell backhand try out to center and able to get it through into the neutral zone. Portillo right back in on the far wing. Half a minute left on the power play. 9.5 in the first period. Scoreless in Danbury at the near point. It's Manzo, D to D, Henning. Henning at the right circle, working his way in. Portillo out in front. Cedot looked behind him, but Portillo stoned right in front. Somehow that pass got to him, and Cedot able to make the stop. 14 seconds left on the penalty kill.
It squeezed through his pass, but Cedot was able to just squeeze it tight enough that puck didn't creep through and creep over the goal line, and just to make sure he reached back with the glove and put it on top of the puck before it could get all the way through. So see the teams going to the benches right now with 9:13 remaining in the period, 14 seconds to go on the power play. And Fairfield County Bank is the official bank at the Danbury Hat-Tricks. It's where the Hat-Tricks Bank and the tellers, where Danbury Hat-Tricks Top Hat Fairfield County Bank is the hometown bank of the Danbury Hat-Tricks, and they're proud to support their hometown team. Proud indeed after a 7-5 opening night win. In that one, Josh, 13 out of the 16 skaters of the Danbury Hat-Tricks recorded at least 1 point, led by Kuznetsov, who had the hat trick, the 3 goals, and Johnny Ruiz also had 2 points. He had 2 goals, and Daniluk as well had 2 assists, so he had 2 points on the night as well.
Hat-Tricks in their own zone, left circle with a face-off with 14 seconds left on a penalty kill, 9:13 in the game. And then Port Huron wins it. Henning, a shot from the point. Gloved by Cedot. Goes behind the net. Near circle, Graham loses his handle on it. And Finberg trying to clear to Atwell, who chips ahead, not out of the zone. Henning, left point. Turns forward. It's Levac. Levac can't control it. Atwell all the way down the ice. The penalty had just ended, so that's icing against the Hat-Tricks. 8:50 to go. No score.
Well, they get, the Hat-Tricks here are able to work through the first penalty kill situation. One good opportunity for Port Huron. Again, they want to stay out of the box. Discipline, key to the game.
Hat-Tricks do kill this one off. Here's a shot. Johnson from the point. Unable to connect. It goes through. Now tip try. Crawford in front. Goes wide. Atwell in the near corner trying to clear for the Hat-Tricks. Along the boards. 2-on-1. Hat-Tricks battling. And now Williams steps in. Dumps Finberg. And now Williams out in front. Rebound try. Goes over the net. Somehow didn't go into the far corner. It's Frisura who had the chance, and he's trying to get the puck back in the corner. Cannot. Garrett turns it towards center. Here's Johnson right back into the zone, and it goes offside. 8:15 to go.
Good job by Cedot staying with that shot. It went glove side. He made the save. He stopped the puck on its way towards the net, but then it flew up in the air, and he was able to bat it again with his glove. So he kind of made 2 saves on the same shot as it went off his glove, headed towards either the post or the net, and he was able to then bat it over the crossbar and into the corner. Good job by Cooper Cedot.
Neutral zone draw. Steve Mealy able to win it. It's a penalty coming up to the Hat-Tricks now.
Cade Lambton dropped to the ice. And
high sticking.
Yeah, looks like a high stick, and he's reaching for his nose. Don't see any blood there. And well, again, we talked about it, and Coach harped on it. He said he was harping on it with his team, after the game last night and before tonight's game, how important it was to remain disciplined, not end up in the box. And here they give Port Huron back-to-back power play opportunities. Corey Anderson heads to the sin bin.
Hat tricks. Defensive zone draw now on the penalty kill. Out in front, Portillo powers in, and CDOT's able to stop it. Hat tricks. Steve Muley able to clear it down the ice. 10 seconds into the power play. 7:55 to go in the first period. Across, right to left through center ice. It's Frisura deep into the hat trick zone. Out of the net, CDOT high off the glass and able to clear it down the ice 30 seconds into the power play. 7.5 to go in the first.
Good job helping out his defenders there. He's able to clear it all the way out of his own zone and then get a full four-man change. Good job by CDOT.
Back into the hat trick zone. Down low, Portillo, side of the net. Couldn't control all the way into the corner. Drops it behind the net for Frisura. To the near side at the circle. Henning pinches, able to keep it into the corner. Frisura back on it. Atwell pestering him behind the cage. Now Garrett in the far corner. Unable to control. Player upended. No call. Into the far point. It's Manzo. Manzo to Frisura. Back to Manzo. Center point. Near side circle. Henning. Backhand out in front through the goal mouth, tipped wide. And it goes all the way to Frisura. Far side shot rings through all the way to the near side at the point. 37 seconds on the power play for Port Huron. Manzo, near side, one-timer. Henning, club save from CDOT. 32 ticks left on the penalty kill. 6:41 in the first. It's scoreless.
Well, Danbury's best player in this one's been Cooper CDOT so far. They haven't been able to really generate the offense that they were able to generate last night. The sustained pressure against Port Huron that they did last night, So Port Huron's had